Friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. So we are diving deep into the live series collections for the beginning of the year. Emphasis on the beginning of the year because the later near we get the collections, which ones are worth it are going to change because of roster updates. Some players might lose diamonds, some might gain diamonds. When you lose diamonds, they're going to be cheaper. And if the team has 3 diamonds and you lose a diamond, 2 diamonds left, that'll make the collection cheaper, and there's still going to be a really good reward for them. So starting off with these collections earlier, we're going to go over which are, I think personally, are the best ones to complete. Now, they have changed it a little bit over the years where, back in the day where you could, complete a division, it'd give you a big reward. Nowadays, it's just an AL Central or AL, NL, Major League Baseball. So you do have to complete the entire conference or the entire league in order to get a bigger card, in this case, like the Pedro Martinez. So it's not as much emphasis on saying like, oh, do the NL Central because they're, probably the cheapest division to get whatever reward that is. But we can still look at what is, the best bang for your buck. Now, if you're looking, again, any team that's cheap, and they do it this way every year, you're getting a cheap card. Like you're getting Tony Olivia or Oliva, which, I don't think it's worth it. Obviously, if you want to do it, you can do it. It can get done at any point in time, but it's just not, not the greatest rewards. Slowly hash those out over time in order to get the best, the Babe Ruth at the end of the day. But as far as just, completing 1 or 2 collections that, best bang for your buck, build up your team. I like starting with the Baltimore Orioles. Now, you're going to pay for 2 hitters, which, run you 10, 15K as an 87 overall. They might go down even more. It's very, very possible that Rutschman's actually 29K, kind of crazy there. But, I would imagine 29, 20K. Yeah. Felix Bautista, 15K. Felix really ain't that bad of a price either for being, I think, is he highest rated closer? Close to the highest, one or first or second highest rated closer in the game. So for being at that position, pretty cheap card there. But, again, I would expect Rutschman to go down a little bit. He might bounce back, but he should go down a little bit, especially on launch day. And you're getting the Cal Ripken Jr., who's a double diamond. Always chasing down the double diamonds. Ever so important in this game. He's got a great arm, great fielding, and he's got great contact. Now, the power's not there, but you're going to take some, you're going to give some with these rewards. They're not the greatest rewards because they're not the highest overalls. That's just how it's going to be. And that's the way MLB changed it this year. I think if you played last year, you're almost very used to every card having 100 plus everything because that's what they did. Right? So it's kind of cool that they're going back and making us actually be more methodical and choosy of which cards we have instead of just everybody being a 99. And Cal Ripken could be a good addition to the team there for that price. I think I like that. I like that a lot. And it gets you going. Of course, you're going to need the Aaron Judge at one point in time, but that's a division, one of the harder ones, a league in general. Good chunk to be made there. I like the Blue Jays as well. As far as going with the diamonds are concerned, again, a double diamond selection. You got Vladdy Jr. As far as cheaper ones, we should say. This would be Vladdy Jr.'s 15K, 11K, dang their bare minimum. Bobuchet's already down to 8K. So, again, perfect situation here. You're going to pick up those 2. Guys, you'll probably feel pretty confident about not losing their diamonds. That is even more so important. Maybe even going up. And then you have Roy Halladay, who's going to be your pitcher. Now, he's not got the most gas in the world, but I like to think of this in a couple of different perspectives. It depends what you're playing. You're playing a lot of offline. He's going to be a good addition. If you're playing a lot of online, even then, well, not as much online, but it's still good to have the depth. But when you're playing offline, it's a cog in your rotation. So maybe you have, 486s or 287s and 86 or 285s and 986. It's going to give you that opportunity to play the opposing team's worst pitcher on the opposing team because he's in your rotation. Kind of takes up a spot there for free as well. And again, it's 86 overall. So I do like that idea there for the Blue Jays. And then there is, if you're going expensive, and I mean if we're going expensive, I like going to the Angels. Mike Trout's the only one here. He's always going to be the only one here. But more importantly, it's the reward. Mike Trout's going to cost you $198K. You can always feel good. I mean, he's 32. You always want to feel confident about Mike Trout, especially a silver defense. You'd imagine they're going to boost that defense up with Mike Trout. I mean, it's went down a little bit over the years, but I wonder, being that it's Mike Trout, that they'd happily upgrade that a little bit. His card's still disgusting. You're going to lock that in. You're going to lock in, again, one of the best players in baseball, best players of our generation. So, there's nothing to be upset about losing there, but more importantly, you're going to get Mike Trout. But you're going to get one of the most dominant pitchers in the game, hardest ones to hit, in Nolan Ryan. This is why this collection's so worth it. Nolan Ryan, one of the fewer pitchers that do throw over 100. He's got the 102 outlier perk. And as we know, over the years, Nolan Ryan's been one of the more unhittable cards in MLB The Show games. So I think it's definitely, if you could build up the stub balance, save up for the Mike Trout, that one, if you're going to go for a luxury collection, it's definitely the Los Angeles Angels. So nonetheless, as always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.